Hello, the audience. Welcome to West of Loathing. I just realized we don't really do that intro of the B team, but I haven't recorded in like 2 months, so you're moving a cursor on with your right stick.
Oh, okay.
Don't skip any of the dialogue. Just remember that. Okay, we're gonna be here for 5 hours. Bjorn McCree.
Fozzie Ware.
Alright, so these are the 3 classes. Cowpuncher, Bean Slinger, or Snake Oiler.
I will be a cowpuncher.
Cowpunchers solve their problems with their fists, whether it's shaking them at disagreeable feller in a disreputable saloon, or using them to punch a slightly more disagreeable feller in a slightly less reputable saloon. It was such a bad idea for me to suggest this game. Okay. You've heard that cowpunches are in demand out west since the cows came home, which stands to reason. The cows aren't going to punch themselves after all.
No, they are not.
You combed your hair.
Yeah.
You read the spine of one of your books, Ben Brown and the Curse of the Monster Bridge. Mom gave this one a few years ago. Matt Drew and the Cursed Cellar. Dad gave me this one when I was a kid. The Adventure at the Dark Canyon. This was one of my favorites. Clay Jones and the Incident at Cursed Mansion. It's one of my favorites. Vernon Hardy and the Terrible Cave. Dad gave me this one when I was a kid. Lou Bobbsey and the Curse of the Zombie City. That's one of my favorites. Oh, hey, this one might come in handy. And I think you picked something up. Walking Stupid. This book tells you the tale of a renegade sheriff who is really, really bad at walking. You read the book from cover to cover and learned how to walk really stupidly. Stupid walking has been added to your options. You accidentally drop the book and then ruin it by stepping on it 30 times while you're trying to pick it up.
Yes.
Hey Russell, how you doing?
Caw.
I'm gonna miss you, buddy.
Caw, caw, caw.
You're gonna feed Russell a cricket? You grab a cricket from your cricket bag and feed it to Russell. He coos appreciatively and nuzzles your hand. You open your bedroom window, not pictured, and unlatch the door to Russell's cage. He winks at you, calls one last time, then flies away to the west. Weird poster appeared one night. Nothing on the hat rack today. Your little Mom smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Mom.
I don't know what kind of voice to do for this.
Old. Really
Like
introduce
old
you,
smoker?
kiddo. Yeah. What? Really?
Like really old smoker.
Yeah, sure. Like shriveled husk. Is your mother home?
We're gonna miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you leave, I got you a present.
A That's her entire line, like a PS1 character. This one's about picking locks. Oh boy, you got an item. Locks and how to pick them. No time to screw around in the woods. Time to head west. Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. That doesn't fit you, Dad. I'll grow into it. It's time for me to leave. His lip quivers a little. Listen, I wanted you to have this. It's your grandmother's brass knuckles. Thanks, Dad. Good. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. Oh. He's busy drawing pictures in the dust.
Weird kid. I got a needle.
Cool.
Suppose I should probably learn how to
You
make
quickly
rocks.
memorize the entire book. After you're done reading it, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon these orphans will be able to make their escape. Go, orphans, go! Well, the bad news is that you fell off the cart and got knocked out for a couple hours, and now you've got no ride, no meat, and no prospects. The good news is that you're in a town, rather than in a gulch somewhere. Not much of a town, though. Get up and dust yourself off. A turnip. A turnip. Dumbass. Ew. Oh, God, you're sliding it everywhere. Ugh. Sherf. Step right up, step right up. Braid's the name, the trade's the game. You seriously doubt that his name is Braid?
Howdy. Howdy, Braid. What you trading?
Well, sir, today I'm trading locks for soap and stick of dynamite for a needle. And to be the cunning Skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides, well, to that adventurous soul I will trade a fine silver pocket watch.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need this needle for lockpicking sometime.
Probably, yeah. Sure, fucking sure. Oh, dagnabbit, ow. I feel like you'd die if you keep doing that. Get lost. You approach the weird cactus man hybrid. He smiles at you.
Howdy, Cactus Man.
Howdy yourself. The name's Bill. Cactus Bill.
What happened to you, Bill?
Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and turned into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen.
And that's why you call yourself Cactus Bill?
Nope, that's just a coincidence.
Oh, does it hurt?
Does what hurt?
You know, being a cactus?
Oh, no, it's actually kind of nice. The natural fermentation process inside the cactus part of me keeps me pretty drunk most of the time. Guess it's a mite boring.
Yeah, I bet.
It wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read, you know, to have a newspaper or anything, do you? You don't have a newspaper or anything, do you?
No, sorry.
Well, if you happen to find one, keep me in mind.
Will do, Bill.
Leave him.
Was that a map? Or is that...
You think that's a map. Yeah, it's got the... Wait, go back to the map. The compass rose only points west.
Oh my god.
A turnip covered in grit. Ew. You dust off the turnip and eat it. Now you understand why people don't tend to eat raw turnips. As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting on the left of the door shrieks and waves your attention. Hey! Where's your hat, dagnabbit?
Well,
You can't drink in here without a hat. It ain't proper. He points to take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. You look through the hat box and find a sturdy-looking Stetson. That looks like something you'd wear. You got a 4-gallon hat. You grab the hat and put it on.
Thanks, sir.
Pete.
Thanks, Pete.
He gives you a friendly, if somewhat twitchy, nod. Say, feller,
Yeah?
you heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to join you. Just let me know.
Well,
No pressure. I believe in this town, like, every NPC can become a companion, but only in this town. So, make sure to grab at least one person before you leave. Spittoon. Look at the spittoon. You're gonna want to check the spittoon. It's a spittoon, people spit into it. You know, even without looking, that it's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, it's full of spit. Regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum. Even looks like a few teeth as well. It's disgusting, and the smell, even from a distance, it smells horrible. You're now on your hands and knees peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what is wrong with you. Wait, is there something shining at the bottom? You reach your hand toward the spittoon. Before you even touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air, like a greasy fog enveloping the stinky brass horror. It smells like smells like the vomit trough at a mesquite barbecue eating contest. You hesitate.
For surrender.
You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a gloop as your skin is burning. Your eyes start to water. Your fingers make contact with something. You pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring, probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations!
Right?
You got a nasty ring.
Fuck yeah, let's put it on. Oh,
It's
I have
already
it.
equipped. One muscle. Oh. Tough getting the ring was...
Wait.
Though getting the ring was traumatic, you have to admit that it was worth it. Just the right size for your 4-gallon head.
Fuck you.
You walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you're waiting, you see a sign taped to the wall reading, "Reward for lost mug, 25 meat each." The bartender finally notices you. Howdy, cowboy.
Howdy, barkeep. Name's Fuzzy.
What brings you to our little backwater?
Oh, the usual. I came out west to make my fortune, not having much luck so far. Any work around these parts?
Unfortunately, Boring Springs already has most people in it. More people in it than jobs. More of a errand town, if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend looking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater.
Dirtwater?
Dirtwater is interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of law, but so far west, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the damned cows. Lots of opportunity there. She pauses for a few seconds, lost in thought. Yep, if I were a younger woman, I'd probably head that way myself.
You mentioned errands?
Yeah, this forsaken burg is always falling apart in one way or another. The holster's always needing help since he hurt his leg, and that no account sheriff could certainly stand to have somebody doing his job for him.
Anything else?
Well, I've got a goblin loose in the basement, some cowpoke from the gulch didn't wipe his boots off, and now spores got everywhere.
You could probably handle a goblin.
Much obliged. I'll unlock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. Oh, pile of old newspapers. You can give that to Cactus Bill. Get a Boring Springs Gazette. Goblin shouts, "Breek Yark!" Great and Nurse brand whiskey. Good for what ails you. I guess we never established your age. Okay. Whiskey's cheap for you even to consider drinking it, and given your legendary low standards, that's really saying something. Did you bring me something to read? Give him the newspaper you found in the basement of the saloon. Much obliged, partner. Now let's see here. What could I do in return to return the favor? Oh, I know. My shovel. I left it behind the outhouse in Orehole Mine. If it's yours if you go and get it. I'm sure you'll find a use for it.
Behind the outhouse at Orville Mine, got it. Thanks, Bill.
Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kind of stick the newspaper to my face before you leave.
Oh.
Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. I hate this game. To tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. All my horses keep running away. Well, except for this completely ordinary one.
Don't say it like that. That's rough. Maybe I can help.
Oh, God, yes. Thank you. Please, I'd go fetch them myself, except for the injury. Except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat for each of them you find.
How many are there?
3. Hey, here, let me see your map. They pretty much always run away the same place. It draws little pictures on your map. You discovered a new overall mine, Boring Springs Boneyard, and Thousand Snakes Gulch. I don't want to go to that last one.
What are these places?
I think they're like environments that are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, feed it some of these oats. That should send it back here.
How does that work?
They're special pigeon-infused oats.
Oh no.
Got a bag of homing oats.
Okay, will do. See you later.
The most typical horse you've ever seen. Alright, now we'll go. Now you have the nurse brand whiskey, so fair enough. All makes sense. Don't crawl through the shit. Get out of your way for that one.
Offer whiskey? What brand?
What brand?
Nurse whiskey.
Didn't know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on. You rattle as she opens the door. Alright, it's on the bookshelf.
Hey Doc, can I look at your books?
Not until you give me the whiskey you promised.
What?
Shouldn't this be further away from the fireplace?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Wow, shouldn't. Okay. Give her the whiskey. Preen a little. You grab a pair of tweezers and pluck some of your more unsightly eyebrows. Give her the whiskey.
No.
Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is gray and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp if bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey. Stat.
Give it to her.
She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket, and she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle.
Jeez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy.
Who's the doctor here, me or you?
Okay, point taken.
Sure, if you want to. Not that they're going to do much good in this doomed, forsaken hellhole.
You should try being less cheerful, Doc.
You survey the books on Alice's shelf. They're all medical textbooks, except for a few. You started flipping through the goblin language. It's confusing at first, but you eventually get so engrossed that by the time you take a break from reading, several blurfs have passed, and you also know that blurf is the goblin word for hour. You've learned to speak goblin, sort of. You now have a perk goblin tongue. The book tells you a story of legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meats secreted in the hidden sense, not in the extruded sense, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. This book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography. By flipping through it, it's mostly just find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad. So it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. At least there are some useful appendices in the back and some diagrams of appendices. Okay, there we go.
Talk to that goblin.
Yeah, goblin time.
Got a good taste.
Oh my god, you're... The goblin chats. I'm Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, hello, I am Gary. Who are you?
So I would have fought him even if he said, "Hi, my name's Gary."
Yes.
It's just...
Because you didn't know his language.
Well, I'm Fozzie.
Hello, Fozzie. Good to meet you. What Fozzie doing down here?
I don't... So let's just say that he's... I don't have to be honest to him.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm just looking around.
Oh, hey, Gary likes to looking too. Gary now looking for a way out of this dump. Gary not having much luck though.
Where are you trying to go, Gary?
High away and far up. For popping in the new Gary everywhere.
Oh, God. Settle down, Gary.
Gary doesn't likes to settle. Gary wants to traveling and popping. If Fozzie going far up and high away, maybe taking Gary with you, eh? Hey?
I'll think about it.
And I guess you have to continue on the storyline until you're required to get a partner, and then... Oh, hey, it's you. Gary traveling with you? Far up and high away, going. Okay. Alright, stranger, welcome to Boring Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. For sure, yeah. Pretty sure I've explained that already. Say what you... I'm looking for work, would you? Well, how does this grab you? There's a gang of hoodlums around here calling themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and took my cell door with them. It ain't much good without the door. And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to go fetch it for me.
I'll give it a shot.
Funny you should say that, because I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble. He takes a pistol out of his vest and hands it to you. You receive an Adam deputy pistol.
I don't...
Deputy?
Deputy? You mean deputized? You deputized a gun?
You're new in town, maybe you ain't noticed, but there ain't much to do here except drink. Here, let me write down the Fricker Gang's hideout for you. Nice little note on your map. You discovered a new location in the Fricker Gang's hideout. Okay. See, the Fricker Gang hasn't put a stop to you breathing. Did you rescue my cell door?
Not yet, sorry.
Well, can't arrest anyone till you do. I mean, I could, but there wouldn't be much point. Okay, I'm going to go back to the...
The pistol was you deputized during one of the sheriff's most recent vendors. Okay, so I need to go to the Fricker Gang's hideout.
Oh, you can just go. Okay. Thud Fricker, the Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be taking a little nap.
I should probably not wake him up.
Nah. Doesn't seem very sportsmanlike. Okay, very clever. You sure you want to do that? Really? You're just gonna gun down a helpless sleeping man in cold blood?
Cold is the only blood I have.
He's just a kid!
Everybody does.
Dang, partner, you got the perk of ruthless. Fuck, okay. You didn't even get anything, you just killed a man.
I got a perk.
Okay.
Dozing in a bathtub.
Drown him? Fuck!
Psst, get your soap.
He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper into the bath. Okay.
Drown him.
You push his head under the water and hold him there until he stops struggling. At least he died warm. Fuck.
I need to sneak by him.
You cautiously approach the Fricker Gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game. That doesn't actually require that much attention, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and the squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. But you play here. You draw your pistol and execute the one with the eye patch. His brother screams, jumps behind a barrel, and starts firing at you. Okay. You can punch him with your knuckle dusters or shoot him with a gun. I'd probably recommend knuckle dusters, right? You're a cow puncher after. You will deal 8 to 9 damage. Target.
And that one does like 4 or 5 damage.
Trying to oh, okay. Trying to shoot the target with a barrel. Okay. Oh, he has terrible aim. Wow, nice.
Victory.
The leaders of the Fricker Gang are dead by your hand. The sheriff will be proud of you, though you're not sure how your mother would feel. Well, you gotta get the cell door first. The sheriff's door. Nice.
How did they just steal a door? I mean, I guess I know how. Why did they just steal a door?
I see the Fricker gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff his door and hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. And are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up?
Nope, they won't be bothering this town anymore. I killed them all, even the child.
Well now, that's a right load off my mind. Looks like I owe you a reward. He produces a big bag of meat. You gain 500 meat. Got another little task for you, if you got the time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one.
What you need?
Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock.
Keep an eye out.
Place to stand. Oh! Hey there. Oh, it's...
Hey there, girl. It's okay. I'm a friend.
Winnie. The horse shies away from you. Though it's... but though in this case it's more like cripplingly introverts away from you.
You sure? Come on. Yeah. I brought some oats for you. They're aren't poisoned or anything. Might be laced with... In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. Feed her the oats.
You take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse.
Here we go, yum yum.
Snort. She slides away from you
please.
warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow.
Head her on the nose.
As you reach out to pat her nose, the horse ducks and steps further back into the shadows.
Oh, come on.
Nay.
Look, they're fine, okay, see?
You take a handful from the bag and toss them in your mouth. Oh, it's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food, don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and then realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Jeez, these are powerful. The horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See? Perfectly fine.
Feed her the oats.
Take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse. Here you go, yum yum. Snort. She slides away from you warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt hiding her shadow. Please feed the oat. The horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her nose, but she doesn't actually flee, so that's something.
There's a good girl.
Weenie.
Feed her the oats.
The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her a handful of oats. Warily, begrudgingly, she eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You turn around to look, but seeing nothing, when you turn around, she's gone. Shit, 79 years. Great man. Benjamin Crockett, 1320 to 1364. He showed up way too early.
Oops.
You approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously so as to not startle her, though you quickly come to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easily.
Pat her on the nose.
You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were to go to ride, you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing.
Pat her on the nose again.
Yep, still cold. Yep, still cold. Brr, more. Yep, still cold. Still cold. You get the idea.
Here you go, have some oats.
You hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she just sort of stares at you.
Please don't look at me like that.
Stares right through you. Snort. You hold out the oats again, but the horse continues to ignore them.
What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. Guess I could put some bone meal on them. They don't have anything handy to grind up the bones with.
Vinny.
Grave dirt.
Vinny.
Add some grave dirt to the oats.
You sprinkle the oats with just a bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them, then eats them. Nay. And with that, she glides away in the direction of town.
Bizarre. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella, I'm a friend, okay? It's cool, alright. Be cool, don't freak out on me.
You calmly look the horse in the eyes, one of them. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket like he's trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now, that it's clear you aren't actually made of spiders, though.
Pat his nose.
You carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit, okay, a lot, but he seems to recognize that you're going to eat his eyes, or suck out his soul, or whatever madness is bouncing around in that skull of his.
That's a good boy.
Are
you hungry, boy?
Snurf. You feel the crazy horse. You feed the crazy horse some of the homing notes, and it gallops away with a whinny, or rather, Winar girl. Hopefully, he's headed home and not to the 12th dimension. This horse has the look of someone who has seen the madness that dances on the other side of the void. Holy shit! Sure thing. I should warn you, though, horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind. Which one are you interested in?
Basic model.
Basic model, the shifty-looking dark one.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
That is racist. That's not okay. That is
The spooky pale one, or gimme the one with the crazy eyes?
Give me the one with the crazy eyes.
Okay, but I gotta warn you, this horse has seen some stuff. But I'll sell him for 1,000 meat.
Is something wrong with him?
No, not as such. He's perfectly functional.
But
Well, he's always sneaking off the Thousand Snakes Gulch to chew on loca weed that grows there.
and that makes him see crazy things?
I think it's more like he does it to forget the crazy things he sees all the time.
I'll take him.
Yeah, thanks, here's the keys. Give him a name.
Oh, fuck.
Just say Yoshi.
I have to go with Yoshi, right?
Absolutely. You sure you want to name your horse Yoshi?
Is there a better name?
Maybe. Horses are like boats, you can't rename them. Alright then, Yoshi the horse. It's got a nice ring to it. Oh, almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. You got an Items Southwest map. Alrighty then. Oh, okay, there we go. I am an idiot. Shut up.
Yes, you are.
Yep. Okay. Alrighty then. You're properly horsed and ready to start your new life in the West. All you need now is a partner, somebody to share the trail with, somebody you can rely on for emotional and combat support. Who will you take with you?
I will take Gary the Goblin.
You head back to the saloon's basement and smuggle Gary out under your coat.
Hit the trail.
Oh, one last thing before you go. Up until this point, I've been automatically spending your experience points for you. I'm happy to keep doing it, and I promise to give you a nice, well-rounded experience. Shall I keep it up, or would you prefer to decide for yourself where your XP gets spent?
I want to spend it anyway.
Okay, you can now have the option of turning yourself into some kind of unbalanced weirdo if you want. Open your character screen when you want some XP. Want to spend some XP. You consult the Southwest map of the that the holster gave you. It only lists two things, the town of Dirtwater and the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company's western camp.
Head for Dirtwater.
Sweet. Day 1. First day of the rest of your life.
Are you good, Gary?
Talk to your partner. Can't wait to go to get back to the stable and pet this horse. Oh, that's the guy. Yoshi whinnies as you approach.
Comb his mane.
It makes a sort of glurk noise. I recommend talking to Gary.
Hello, Gary.
Wanting more goblins meeting? Gary is hearing about goblins in an old fort nearby. You discovered Fort Cowardice.
Okay. What do you think we should do next?
West to going fast? Okay, a big iron snake to riding. So fast taking us.
Big Iron, you mean the train?
Yes, asking the training mans.
Okie dokie.
There's another spittoon, by the way.
Uh-oh.
This is a spittoon, which is sort of a brass bucket that people spit into instead of spitting on the floor, because not spitting at all is not an option in this society, I guess. I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already, sicko.
Inspected.
Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloons go. Actually, glass in the windows, more than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room instead of a cockfighting pit, but this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside is in fancy rancid tobacco spit.
Inspected.
Here we go again. Alright, fine. You are now hunkered down next to the brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied, because you're near the dirtiest and... because you're near the desert, and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates.
That's good, right?
No, that's bad. Because it's only the water part of the spit that evaporates. The brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit. The toxins, the filth that don't evaporate, several years worth. Distilled and concentrated until it's the consistency of molasses. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts in the spittoon anymore because they bounce out.
Searches.
You're about to put your hand into a bucket of something the color and viscosity of maple syrup. Except instead of maple, it's flavored with the inside of the mouths of people who chew cigars instead of smoking them. And they have never brushed their teeth.
Yeah.
Glorp. It feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding. Except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. It smells like something ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. Feels like your hand is dissolving.
Keep searching.
You found something. You found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for the children, assuming you're still able to have any, and you hate them.
Alright.
Well, howdy there. Always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to the Jewel Saloon.
Hi, thanks, I'm Fozzie.
Glad to know you, Fozzie. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you?
Nice to meet you, Lloyd.
Yeah.
See you later.
It is.
Hello, later, Lloyd. That's fucked.
Happens a lot.
Cactus Bill didn't expect to see you around these parts.
Well, I gotta admit, I got a little envious when I saw you leave Boring Springs, and I figured I'd hitch a ride out west to see what I could see.
Did you see
And
me
just
leave?
look at this place. So much hustle, so much bustle.
Did you see me leave?
No, but I noticed you weren't there.
I didn't hear any poop splashes, so I just figured you were gone.
Yeah.
So what's new?
Well, to be honest, what's new is profound sense of longing and loneliness.
Sorry to hear that, Bill.
Well, it is what it is. I was hoping I'd run across a similarly lonely similarly lonely cactus lady, somewhere out here, or failing that, a normal human lady looking to marry a cactus.
No luck?
Not yet. Of course, getting around is a bit of a challenge, but us cactuses live a long time. I'm sure I'll meet someone someday.
Keep an eye out.
Heck, I sure would appreciate it. Howdy there, I'm Wandering Sally.
Howdy, Sally. I'm Fozzie. What's your line?
You don't feel like carrying the entire House in the Desert gang back to town, so you just took a few bits. Oh, God.
That's fucked.
Give her what's left of the Desert House gang. Well, this, is certainly a bag of severed ears and teeth and such. What gang was this?
The House in the Desert gang?
I'll take your word for it. Good job. Now look at the mining equipment. You have no idea what any of it does.
That's Gary. Hey, Gary, do you know how any of this stuff works?
Oh, no. Gary doesn't know him yet. Can of kerosene. That is full of snake eggs. Ew. Don't. Oh, come on. Here lies Dave G., 1847 to 1884. He was looking to To the sky to save him, but even the sky can't save a feller from like 40 angry bears. Cool.
Alright. That's gonna do it for this episode.
I have no idea how many
don't know.
videos I made this into. This could have been anywhere between 1 and like 4.
That's gonna be the end of this episode. Episode 5.
It's gonna be the end of episode 5. We do intros and outros completely randomly.
Of episode 28. This is the beginning of the next episode, by the way.
Hello, the audience! Okay, we were recording. We're good. Alright. Hopefully the audio wasn't completely fucked. We'll see. Okay.
It better be the beginning of an episode. This better be the beginning of an episode.
I'll pace it out that poorly. Okay. Till I don't know how to end videos. I've been doing this for 5 years and I don't know how to end videos.
You just end them.
Alright.
Roll credits.
Roll credits, yeah. Feature me, put up the credits real quick.